I'm here with Kate Owen, who's the VP for Northern Europe of Digital Element. Kate, tell me a little bit about Digital Element.
Okay, Digital Element's a tech company. We're sort of mainly engineers and a few odd salespeople dotted around the place. We've been around for about 18 years, which is quite a long time, I think, in this industry. We are the global experts in IP intelligence. That means geolocation, connection information, carrier information, various other bits and bobs that are associated with the IP address, and quite importantly for gaming, proxy data, which is a way of understanding whether somebody is using a method that will actually mask where they really are.
And tell me a little bit about that proxy data and how it works and how your software works.
Well, what it is a licensing. It's just a straight, fairly boring, really, database that people license. They just do the interesting things on their side with the data. The way that proxy data works is that we analyze traffic behavior, and we do that in a very methodical and frequent way in order to minimize false positives. What we have, or the output of that, is the recognition of whether someone is on a VPN rather than connecting sort of straight through a normal IP address. If they are, it doesn't necessarily point to fraudulent behavior or fraudulent intent. It can be that they're on a corporate VPN, which just means they're at work, basically, but it does mean that any geodata that you get out of that will not be accurate. So that enables advertisers, for example, and people who are localizing their websites to enhance the user experience. They can show those users a little bit more generic data rather than targeting to where the user obviously is not. But in terms of payment and in terms of compliance with regulatory requirements, it's very important to understand the users that are obviously deliberately connecting with a VPN might have some kind of intent behind doing that. They've obviously got some reason for masking themselves.
Obviously, we're here at iGB Live. How do you feel the conference has gone?
It's great. It's much bigger than it's been before. There's some really glam sort of stands and glam people wandering about in wonderful costumes, and that's quite fun. A lot of good shoes. But also, it's actually a little quieter than some of the advertising events that we go to. But that is definitely not a bad thing, because the people who who we have had conversations with tend to be of a very high caliber. So I think it's a good industry representative event.
And what are the sort of new trends that you've seen within like the iGaming industry and specifically for Digital Element?
I would say definitely more, regulatory compliance is a big number. It's just getting more. Of course, it depends on the jurisdiction how strict the regulators are, and we see upticks in business when the regulators become more strict. That's definitely a trend.